Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome back in English language class. In previous lecture we have learnt about noun, common noun, proper noun, collective noun, material noun and abstract noun. Today we will learn the remaining topics of lesson number 1. Our first topic is countable noun. Nouns that we can count are called countable nouns like pencil, cup, book, cat, apple, etc. Countable nouns can be in singular or in plural form. Like you can say that a pencil are 2 pencils. A cup are 3 cups. A book are 4 books. A cat are 5 cats. An apple are 5 apples. Uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are those nouns which cannot be counted. They are in the form of liquid, gas, powder, or an abstract idea. For example, sugar, water, oil, sand, rain, happiness, etc. Like countable noun, you don't say 1 sugar, 2 water, 3 oil, 4 sand, 5 rain, 3 happiness, etc. We cannot count these nouns. Another topic is direct and indirect object. Before understand this, you must know what is an object. An object is a noun, pronoun or noun phrase on which a verb performs an action. For example, Ali plays cricket. She eats an apple. Here, cricket and an apple are objects. In first sentence, Ali is performing the action of playing on cricket. Ali plays what? Ali plays cricket. It answers the question of what or whom. In second sentence, she eats an apple. She eats what? She eats an apple. It also answers the question of what. By asking these questions, what or whom, you can easily identify an object. There are 2 types of objects. First one is direct object. Second one is indirect object. How can we identify direct and indirect object? Let's see. Direct object. A direct object is a word that tells whom or what is affected by the action of a verb in a sentence. It answers the question of what or whom. Look at these sentences. She eats sandwich. She eats what? A sandwich. She meets Asma. She meets whom? Asma. So, we identify direct object by asking question whom or what. Indirect object. An indirect object is a noun or a pronoun to whom or for whom the action is done. It receives the action through direct object. An indirect object can be a person or personal pronoun. Let's look at these examples. Number 1 example is she tells her parents a sad story. Whom she tells a sad story? To her parents. Here, her parents is an indirect object because it answered the question of whom. In second sentence, I sold motorcycle to my brother. To whom? To my brother. So here to my brother is an indirect object because it answered the question of to whom. You can write indirect object after verb without using preposition to, or you can write indirect object after direct object by using to. Sentence and phrase. What is sentence and what is phrase? Sentence. A group of words which make complete sense and expresses our thoughts in a sentence. It contains subject and predicate. For example, the birds fly in the sky. Number 2, we eat apples. These both sentences make our sense clear. We understand them both easily. In first sentence, subject is bird and other part is predicate. In second sentence, we is subject and eat an apple, it is predicate. Phrase. A group of words which make sense but not complete. It has neither subject nor a predicate. For example, in the sky. What is in the sky? There is a question. In the morning. What is in the morning? There is also a question. So, it doesn't make our sense clear. Phrases always starts with prepositions. Clause. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and its own predicate. A clause can be a complete sentence or a part of sentence. A sentence can have one clause or more than one clause. These are the types of clauses. First one is main clause. It is also called independent clause that makes a complete sense on its own. Second one is subordinate clause. It is also called dependent clause. It depends on main clause to make a complete sense. Here are some examples. Number 1 is I fished at the lake until the sun went out. Number 2, when the president arrives, he will give a speech. In first sentence, I fished at the lake, and in second sentence, he will give a speech are main clause because they make sense by their own. And until the sun went and when the president arrives are subordinate clauses because they don't make sense by its own. They depend on the main clause. Subordinate clause begin with conjunction. Our last topic is punctuation capitalization. Capitalization is the use of capital letters. Here are some rules of capitalization where we use capital letters. Number 1, we capitalize the first word of every sentence. Number 2, I pronoun is always capital. Number 3, we capitalize the proper noun. Number 4, first word of quoted sentence. Number 5, we capitalize title names, names of books, newspapers, days names, months names, religion, special days, and events. Now you can solve these exercises by your own. Thank you very much, dear students.